Nicola Sturgeon faced a grilling at a coronavirus press conference following the resignation of Scotland's chief medical officer, Dr. Catherine Calderwood. Nicola Sturgeon had her judgment questioned as she was asked at the press conference why she didn't sack Scotland's chief medical officer, Dr. Catherine Calderwood. She resigned after being criticised for not adhering to social distancing advice by visiting her second home. Dr. Calderwood apologised and was backed by the SNP leader to remain in the role, despite twice recently visiting her second home in Fife. After explaining Ms. Sturgeon had originally told Scots the chief medical officer's trip to Fife had been a one-off, ITV's Peter Smith asked, "Surely you should have sacked her on the spot? The alternative to that is she did give you the full truth and then your government did not give the people." He added, "There is a big question mark over trust here, First Minister." Following up, Sky's James Matthews asked, following on from that First Minister, "Are you confirming that far from Dr. Calderwood resigning, you sacked her? What does it say about your judgment that you didn't sack her 24 hours before?" Speaking at the conference, Ms. Sturgeon said, "We had a conversation last night and my view was it was not possible for her to remain in office without damaging the trust and confidence in the government's message. That was the view that I came to and I discussed it at lengths with her and it was a view she agreed with. I have set out why. I thought she made a mistake, I thought she had to apologize for that mistake and it was absolutely clear we weren't trying to defend that in any way. Nevertheless, the advice it is not ideal for First Minister in the midst of a virus outbreak like this to lose my chief medical officer. I wanted to continue to have her advice but I came to the conclusion it was not possible to do that without risking the government's message." Dr. Calderwood initially apologised after photos of herself and her family near a coastal retreat in Earlsferry were published in the Scottish Sun on Saturday. Just days earlier, the 51-year-old tweeted a photo of her family at their main residence in Edinburgh as they clapped for the frontline NHS staff working to stop the spread of COVID-19. The 51-year-old, who was issued with a police warning over her conduct, told the briefing at the Scottish Government headquarters in Edinburgh on Sunday she had also visited the home in Fife last week. She will now work with her team over the next few days to ensure a smooth transition to her successor. In her statement, Dr. Calderwood said, "I am deeply sorry for my actions and the mistakes I have made. The First Minister and I have had a further conversation this evening and we have agreed that the justifiable focus on my behaviour risks becoming a distraction from the hugely important job that government and the medical profession has to do in getting the country through this coronavirus pandemic. Having worked so hard on the government's response, that is the last thing I want. The most important thing to me now and over the next few very difficult months is that people across Scotland know what they need to do to reduce the spread of this virus and that means they must have complete trust in those who give them advice.